What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm with the homie Arman right here, and he's gonna be helping me work on the E36 a little bit. So in the last video you saw me get this engine back together, and in this video we're gonna be hopefully working on the manual swap and getting all the manual stuff ready to go. So first things first, we have to take this engine off of the stand and set it down on that tire back there.
He's lying.
Yeah, I'm lying. So I can change this rear main seal, and so I can also put the new flywheel onto the engine. So let's get this engine off of the stand. Shout out the boy Arman. Shout out Arman. We got it off the engine stand and sitting where I wanted to, out of the way. So next I'm gonna go ahead and take this little engine stand like brace off, and also work on getting this rear main seal off so I can install the new rear main seal.
Red Bull time.
Yeah, but first, Red Bull time. About to get sponsored by Red Bull, Arm. One day, maybe, hopefully, probably not.
Never say never, bro.
Okay,
never
Justin Bieber. Alright guys, as you can tell, today is a new day. In that last clip, you saw me install this brand new rear main seal right here, and also the gasket that goes behind the rear main seal housing. Now it's finally time for me to throw the flywheel and stuff onto there. But I had a little issue with the flywheel that I had. So this is the flywheel that I had. It's a 325 flywheel, but I thought they were all the same, and I thought they were interchangeable with the M3s, but I guess they're not. So the clutch kit that I got, which is for an M3, is not going to work with this flywheel. I had another flywheel sitting around with a clutch kit. As you can tell, I had this sitting around for a long time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use this. This is for an M3, so this should work perfectly. I'm gonna use the clutch kit that it already came with. It looks kind of old, but it's actually really new. It's just been sitting around for a very long time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use this entire like clutch kit assembly with this flywheel. The sucky thing is that this is a single mass flywheel, and the original ones are dual mass flywheel, so there's gonna be a little bit more like flywheel rattle noise, which is normal with the single masses, but I'm not really worried about that. I also went ahead and got a 95 M3 manual driveline right here, so everything's going to be easy to throw in. I won't have to modify the driveline that I already have in there, which is for an automatic, so this will just be straight bolt on. I just need to get a new center support bearing for it and a brand new guibo for it. Since I'm not using this new clutch and flywheel, I'm just going to go ahead and throw it in the box and maybe use it another day or something like that. It might come in handy. It was cheap, so I'm not really tripping about it. It was only like $100. Since this new clutch kit came with the new pilot bearing and a throwout bearing, I'm just going to use these for the clutch that I'm throwing in right now. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to throw this new pilot bearing in there and probably throw the new flywheel on there with the clutch kit. So as you guys just saw, I just got the new flywheel and clutch assembly put onto the engine. So that's another step done. I went ahead and pulled the transmission out from the side. It's been sitting for a little while, so it's collected a lot of dust and stuff like that. I actually got this manual transmission with the car when I picked it up. The guy had it extra just sitting around, and I planned on doing a manual swap, so I went ahead and picked it up from him. But it has like a cool little short shifter on there too, which I will most likely be keeping. I'll just grease the shifter assembly up a little bit just so it's a little bit smoother. But yeah, other than that, seems like a really good transmission. All we got to do is just degrease it and then pressure wash it just so we can get it looking a little bit cleaner again. Alright, so I got this thing looking really clean again. This thing was really grimy before, but looking way better. I just gotta let it dry up a little bit. Try to get it as clean as I can. The inside's not that clean, but it doesn't really matter anyway. But everything else, much cleaner. It's just easier to work with when something is clean. That way you don't get as grimy and stuff while working with it. So while the transmission is drying over there, I'm gonna go ahead and switch out this bearing that I got, because this one is just bent up and all messed up. So just went ahead and picked up a brand new one. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on real quick. Alright, I got this new center support bearing on there, so the driveline is finally good to go. I might just throw on some black paint later on just so it looks a little bit better, because it's all scratched up and like kind of rusty and stuff right now, but for now that's okay. But I went ahead and brought the transmission back inside. It's looking so much better now, way cleaner than before. And I got all the transmission parts right here ready to go. So we got the slave cylinder right here that goes on the side. We got this pivot fork ready to go, and also a new throwout bearing. I also went ahead and threw some new transmission mounts on there, because the old ones were completely shot, as you can tell. So it's ready to go. I'm gonna try to get this transmission onto the engine now, hopefully without dropping the damn engine on me or something like that. But let me go ahead and give it a try real quick. And just like that, the engine didn't fall and the tranny is on there. Just gotta give it a little smack. If it doesn't fall, you're good. So it's all bolted down, starter is bolted in place, slave cylinder is bolted in place. So everything's good to go there. And now we move on to getting all the manual stuff onto the car itself. And by that I mean the actual clutch line that's supposed to go into the car, along with the clutch pedal and brake pedal assembly that has to go into the car. So first, I have to get this old brake assembly off of here. Alright guys, I just got this old brake pedal and assembly off. Here it is compared to the manual one. It's actually the same bracket and everything, but the brake pedal is much smaller, so the clutch pedal can fit right next to it. And all they did is just add like a clutch pedal with its mechanism on the side of it. It's basically the same thing though. But now it's time for me to throw this new pedal assembly into the car. Alright guys, it got a little dark on me, as you guys can tell, so I didn't even bother recording this, but I went ahead and got the clutch pedal and brake pedal assembly on. They're both working really good, so we are good to go right there. I also went ahead and threw the clutch line on, which is sitting right here. So this line that's hanging right there, that's the clutch line, and then this line right here that comes from the pedal assembly goes into this little nipple right here on the side of the brake fluid reservoirs. You just have to cut this nipple off and then put this line in there and you're good to go. But I'm not going to do that just yet because I don't want any fluid leaking through there, so I'll leave that for later on. I forgot to show you guys, I also went ahead and cleaned up the drive line a bit. I just painted it with some flat black paint, so that's looking way better than before. So since it's already dark outside, I want to get the car pushed in here and at least work on it while there's some light in the garage. So I got to clean this entire mess up and then get the car pushed in here. Alright, garage is all cleaned up. Went ahead and pushed the car in here and also lifted it up and put it on some jack stands so I can work on the bottom of the car much easier. So now what I have to do is I gotta get this old driveline off of here and also that automatic transmission cable that's just hanging right there. So both of those have to come off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and throw that driveline into the car. Alright guys, I finally got this driveline out of here. I also went ahead and popped out the automatic like gear shifter and the cable and everything like that. That's all sitting right here. All this is junk now. So when I took this old drive shaft out, I realized that I made a huge mistake. Well, not really a mistake, but I completely forgot about it. So this is the new drive shaft and this is the old automatic drive shaft. As you can tell, the new drive shaft has 6 bolts in the rear and the old drive shaft has 4 bolts in the rear. This is just flipped around. So basically it's supposed to be like this. So that's 4 bolts. This is 6 bolts. It's because the diff in this car is an automatic diff and I guess those came 4 bolt and this is off a manual, so the manuals came with a 6 bolt rear end. So this is where I'm gonna stop here for today. I completely forgot that this car had an automatic differential, so I need to go get the manual diff. I actually have a parts car at my brother's shop. So tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead, pop that diff off of that parts car and then bring it home and hopefully throw it on here, and that's where we'll probably finish this video. So I will see you guys in the morning. And just like that, we're back the next day working on the manual swap for the E36. So today I actually went ahead and grabbed the diff off the parts card that I had. I believe it's a 373. It's out of a 95 M3 again. So everything's gonna be perfect fitment. Now I have to work on getting the differential off of this car. So instead of switching out the whole diff, I just went ahead and switched out the ends of it. So I basically put the rear yoke, the 6 bolt, onto the diff that was already on the car. And then this is just an extra diff that I'll have laying around. But now me and Armando, Mondo's Bondos, are gonna go ahead and clean this up real quick before throwing it back into the car. Alright guys, we finally got this diff back up in here. We got it cleaned up just a little bit just to get like some of the grease and stuff off there. And I also went ahead and threw the driveline in there, so that's all good to go. So basically the car is completely ready for the entire engine and transmission to go into it. So that's gonna be the end of this video. Shout out to Alma for helping me like always. So yeah, in the next video you'll see us throw the engine back into the car and hopefully get it started. So that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, make sure to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.